space is vast and filled with wonderful swirling colors of gas and dust. There are trillions of stars, planets, galaxies, and somewhere in that vast cosmos is the planet Trill, also known as the Forgotten Realms. It isn't a place many planetary travelers land, but today will be one of those days. A 3-story pirate ship flies through glass, green and purple hues surrounding it, and in a flash of blinding light, it is gone as it crashes through a crystal sphere. As it falls down fast, the tree that sticks out of its port catches fire. A hole in the side reveals smoke as the ship begins to turn. The captain, trying to gain control, hits water, and as it does, a burst of golden light on the shoreline comes up out of the ground, all the way up to the sky. On the other side of this light is a small town called Peaceful Waters. The villagers are getting ready for their 100th year celebration. None of them seem to notice what is happening on the lake. And as the ship slowly moves towards a waterfall, we pick up in town. 2 minotaurs and a half-elf are walking into town under branches that arch. Their vision is of a well. A human woman trying to put up a sign reading Setinl. A hooded figure moves his body left and right as if to help guide the sign into place. Meanwhile, other villagers are putting out pies and artwork. The entire town is gathered today to celebrate 100 years since this village has been created. First things first is we're going to do introductions. So who would like to go first?
I can. My name is Raz, and I play Hester, who I kind of sum up as a girly, innocent minotaur who's very ditzy, but also powerful. And she is covered in short hair like a cow is, and if you can imagine a slightly redder version of burnt orange, that's her color. And she has long braided strawberry hair and pigtails and droopy cow ears and horns. So her head's a mess.
Thank you. Adam, would you like to go next?
Sure. I am Adam. I'm playing Solodel Ayalor, a half-elf who is studying herbalism. He's a reasonable height, just above average. Green eyes, auburn hair, and tan skin from spending so much time outside in the woods and the herb gardens. He wears simple clothes, carries a staff, a dagger, and his tools on a regular basis. He keeps his hair braided and hanging down the back. He's lived in Peaceful Waters for about 3 years, or the surrounding area, and he actually stayed there because he fell for a young girl, Salarel, and has been planning to establish himself there and ask her to marry him. And as far as he can tell, she's interested in the idea. At least he thinks so.
Thank you for the introduction. All right, Caleb.
My name is Caleb. I play the character Rorden. He is a Minotaur, the brother of Hester, and he is an incredibly adventurous person. He is always generally curious about things he has not explored yet. He doesn't try to be foolish about the decisions he makes, but his curiosity, as they say, often kills the cat. So he trains to be bigger and stronger than anyone else, so that if he does get into a bad situation, he can get out of it pretty easy. And he hopes to one day travel beyond his immediate surroundings.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Everyone is bustling and hustling and cheering and singing and excited for today's celebrations. You can see the mayor over in the corner.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
You hear the female human that's hanging the banter say to the hooded creature, "You must be new in town. Haven't seen you here before." And they reply, "Yes, just passing through. Just need a couple of things, and then I'll be on my way. But I couldn't resist stopping for celebration. Where can I get some tasty food?" This conversation goes on, along with other conversations in town. Kids are bringing out artwork and very happy to share them and display them on their booths. The town square has become a bustling marketplace for the day.
Oh no, they're already setting up. Mom is going to be so mad that I wasn't here to help her with the pies.
I know, and I'm not going to have any time to relax before I have to start dealing with customers. I might not even get done setting up in time.
Unless the party needs to stick together, Hester's going to run off towards the smell of the rhubarb pies her mother is famous for.
Rorden, can you help me out a little longer?
Sure, why not?
Warden, the Minotaur, and Solidel, the half-elf, wander into town with a cart behind them to settle in Solidel into peaceful waters. And as they make a way through the crowds to get to Solidel's new shop, we will join Hester as Hester crosses past the well towards the tavern where a female Minotaur is putting out some pies.
Hi, Mom. I'm so sorry we're late. We got stuck in the woods and had to go back and sleep at the monastery. I'm so sorry we're late, Mom. Anyways, I'm here to help now. What can I do? Oh my gods, I can smell the pies.
I could have expected this from your brother, but from you...
It was a weird thing of we got stuck and then it was too dark to go forward, so we had to turn around and go back to the monastery. I'm so sorry. I'm so worried about not being home in time to tell you and not being able to help and cook more pies. And I'm so sorry, Mom, but we're here now.
As long as you're okay.
We're all okay.
Okay.
We did the safe thing by going back.
Yes, I suppose you did. Okay, I have 3 more pies at home if you can grab them and bring them, and I think we're set up.
And I run off towards our home.
As you run off towards the direction of your house, you see a familiar hood again, looking at some jewelry that the local blacksmith has put out, talking to them about random words that you haven't really heard before. It doesn't really catch your attention that much because you're so focused on getting back to your house to get the pies, the remainder of the pies. We're going to move back towards Caleb and Adam, or shall I say Solidel and Rorden. As you get closer to Solidel's new, what would you say, homage?
Yeah, shop/loft.
As y'all get nearer to Solidel's new home and shop, you cross a frantic Hester who is crossing paths with you just before you end up almost hitting her with the cart.
Wow, okay, she is moving fast.
Yeah, I kind of just get out of her way.
And you hear this voice that you don't recognize. But does this come in silver? I like it, but does this come in silver? The voice is masculine in nature, and it catches your ears just enough to look in that direction, but you can't see anything because of the cloak.
I guess the tourists are already here. That's a good sign. Hopefully we'll have a good crowd this year.
It's been bustling all day.
Your options here would be to either leave the cart out front and carry things in, or go around back and use the bigger doors to enter.
I would think bringing stuff around back would be better.
Once we get a few things in, I'll actually, I guess, open the doors, let people see that I'm getting stuff set up.
So as you stare at this new shop and take it in, that you're finally like living inside peaceful waters instead of on the outskirts. Okay, who's near the wall and who's near the street?
I don't know. I was imagining I was on the left for some reason, so towards the street.
Then I need you to roll a perception check.
12.
Nothing really like catches your eye as you walk off around the back and start to open up the gate.
You know, Rorden, now that I'm here, I actually feel a little anxious about this. First time trying to fully live in the city for 2 years. God, I was always on the road a lot before then.
That's why I try to explore somewhere new every day. I don't get caught in the rut.
I think I got too complacent at the Hermitage.
The gate opens upwards towards the sky like a garage. And you enter your new shop. It's covered in a little bit of dust. It's like no one's used it in a while. There are some things already inside, which you'll have to go through to see what you want and what you want to throw away. But it includes a rather nicely large size workstation, some chairs covered in cobwebs, a broken rocking chair, some dishes and mugs over by a countertop with a hole in it, and there's a bucket underneath. There are a couple of lanterns, and there is a loft with a broken step ladder leading to it.
Yeah, I already know it's going to be like this, but well, at least the church can afford it. I will put up a light spell in the center to help light it up instead of taking the time with the lanterns right now. And as we load stuff in, every now and then I'll just cast Prestidigitation to clean up another area of the shop.
Also be known that with the gate open in the back, the light does come into the shop some, but just not fully. As you are cleaning and unfolding things, there is a item that you unpack that reminds you of this beautiful elf that you have fallen in love with.
Was that something I packed as a gift for her? Or is it just a memento?
Whatever you want it to be.
Let's say it's a gift. I will make sure to set that side in the back outside the public eye after smiling at it fondly.
And as you smile at it fondly, it makes you want to reach for this locket that you had with her picture in it, a picture of both of y'all together, that you had either in your pocket or you were wearing it. I don't know where it was on your person at the time, but as you reach to hold it in your hand, you realize it's not there.
My locket's missing. Rorden, did you see anything?
I hadn't seen anything tumble out, no.
Keep an eye out for it, please. I hope someone didn't grab it in the crowd.
I don't think that would have happened, but I will certainly watch out.
All right, let's focus on getting the fresh stuff out. I'll go through the dried herbs and put them out for sale once I can get time to look at them.
Already.
And as you continue to clean up your new home and shop, we travel back to Hester, who has reached the pies and is now trying to get back to her mother with the pies when a man and a donkey stop you, mainly because the donkey wants the pie.
Mr. Donkey, these are my pies.
You'll have to excuse Harold. Harold loves pies.
Well, so do I. I'm like moving the tray around so that I'm like ever changing around so that the donkey can't snatch them. And I imagine if it's a donkey, and I'm a minotaur, I can just hold it up high out of the donkey's reach.
You're holding this plate high, and this donkey is like grabbing like part of your like shirt with its mouth, trying like to pull you down. It's a strong donkey, but it doesn't want to hurt you either. It just really wants the pie. And so this human man is like, look, Harold's usually a very like nice. Let me talk to him. And so he starts like going, Yeah, he says he really must have that pie. How much is the pie?
I don't know. I have to take them to my mom's shop. I don't know the price. And I start heading away like, oh, that's different. That's different.
You hear the donkey go, it sounds almost like it's like hurt a little, like it just really wants the pie. Like it's like crying, but in donkey speak. And then you wander off and you head towards your mom's stand. Would you be like so focused on getting back to your mom, or would your other senses be like wandering the town?
So, having been on the trail prior to arriving at this fair, I am very aware of all the aromas in the air of the different foods cooking. I can smell corn on the cob, and I can smell my mom's pies. And the three that I'm carrying are, of course, the rhubarb pies that are my absolute favorite. And so I'm trying to, carefully hold this big tray with multiple pies on it. And at the same time, not just like put it down and start stuffing them in my own face. But once I start to smell like there's some sort of like birds roasting, like chickens or turkeys, and all sorts of good food smells, I'm like, okay. I've had these pies before. These are my mom's pies. I know what they taste like. I can put them down, and if there are leftovers, I can have some leftovers, but I need to try the other food first. This is what I'm saying to myself. Yeah, I'm saying it kind of like under my breath to myself. These are mom's pies. They're so good, but I know what they taste like, and I really want to try some of the other food. And if mom doesn't sell them all, then I could have leftovers probably. Oh, I can smell the corn.
As you are contemplating this, I need you to roll to see if you can withstand from biting into one of these pies. With advantage, because that little speech to yourself was good, but
All right. I'm like trying to think, would that be like will?
yeah, like willpower. Yeah.
Okay. I rolled with advantage and I have a 21 will save.
Your little pet talk kept you from eating the pies. Maybe there's part of that was from being late and feeling guilt already for not helping.
I fortified myself against the smell of the delicious, mouth-watering, still hot from the oven pies.
And also with that, while you're trying to talk yourself out of eating a slice, you also remember that you picked up some rhubarb recently on your trip into town. As you do this, you hear crows. And they have been there since you arrived, but it seems like they're like you weren't really noticing it because A, you wanted to find your mom, and B, they weren't near you like they are now. They're sitting on top of a roof just watching and eyeing the pies.
So they're watching me specifically. They're not just watching the fair at large.
Yeah, they're watching the pies. They're ready to attack the pie at any point.
I still have the trays and I start to kind of hunch over them to shield them, bodily shield them away from the potentially incoming crows.
You make it to your mom back in time without the crows attacking. And the sound of their caws are now in the distance again. Well, that took long, but not longer, Just put them there. Just put them.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
Can you do me a favor? Can you make sure that your brother doesn't hang out much with that half-elf today?
Yeah. I'll go find him. What was that half-elf's name again?
I don't know, Saul something?
Okay, just want to make sure, we're talking about the same half-elf.
You know, the troublemaker.
Yep. I remember now.
So as you head off to find them, we're gonna pan back. The camera pans through the crowds of the village, and a silver locket is being shown to one of the villagers as a voice asks, "How much for this? How much can I get for this?" And the camera ends up back into Solidel's new digs. Would you like to describe how clean and what it looks like now?
Yes, I've got all the fresh flowers and herbs laid out up front where they can actually. I don't, would there be a window in the front area that I could have stuff set up in, or a big panel window that I actually do business out of?
Yeah, of course.
It's not fully clean, but it's presentable. Magic only makes it like basically clean, so I got a few of the dried goods out too by this point, and I've tried to put my best customer service face forward.
I know that mask well.
As you open the window, the service window, you hear a faint sound of a crow, and it lands right on the windowsill. And it seems like it's talking to you, or trying to.
Well, good day to you, Crow. I'm sorry. I'm not a. I know just as I spend time at the church doesn't mean I speak to animals. I go see if I have any seeds or something to give him.
As you walk away, the crow flies off. Warden, what are you doing?
I think at this point he's just kind of exploring the rest of the festival. Like I'm assuming we're done packing up and everything, so he's just seeing what everybody's brought.
Yeah, Rorden, if you want to go check out the festival, that's fine. I can't. Do you remember seeing my locket since yesterday? I thought I would have had it, but now I can't even remember if I checked for it.
I can't seem to recall either, but I don't really need to pay attention to it because it's not mine.
Fair enough. Just if I dropped it after those events yesterday, we'll probably never find it.
We've seen Stranger Things, so it's not unlikely.
As Rorden is trying to, open the front door and leave, the same hood from earlier walks across the path in front of your new shop. And not only did you see this person walk past, but you also see other people going around a different booths. But our vision takes us with the hooded figure who walks down to L's shop, the local brewer of alcohol and tonics. She is known as the person that you want to see for magical items as well as healing items. She has a little bit of everything. She's a bit eccentric. And there's a crow sitting on top of the roof of L's place as the hooded figure enters. Rorden, where would you like to go?
I think you would probably go find another food vendor, not mom, like meat pies or like some other like fried thing or something like that. Good old Forgotten Realms breakfast tacos.
Can our realm have tacos?
I don't see why not. Tacos are going to be there's a taco stand next to the blacksmith shop at the edge. Not terribly far from L's shop. Yes, how can I help you, sir?
Why, hello.
What can I interest you in? Tacos or weaponry?
The tacos for now. The weaponry can maybe come later.
Sounds good. What kind of taco would you like? Cheese? Beef? And then he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, sorry. It's not Minotaur beef. I promise. Do you eat beef? Did I cross the line there? I'm sorry.
I never really thought about that. I don't know if I feel like Minotaurs would be omnivorous, but I'm not. I kind of just want to say that Rorden's favorite is beef. So.
Are you sure you want beef? I could just give you a tortilla shell. I mean, it's all the rage. It's all you don't put anything on it. You just eat a hot tortilla, and it crisp up. You can do it crispy or just plain.
I'll have it crispy with the beef.
Okay, I hope you're not breaking some cardinal sin here, but okay.
These tacos are a cardinal sin. So.
Do you want? Okay, so we got this new thing called Pico de Gaia-licious. Yeah, Pico de Gaia-licious. It's like all of the seasonings that we grow here in town from, what's her name? Sydney, yeah. Plus, some tomatoes. It's an odd combination, but it works.
I'll try anything once.
Alright, so he goes and he puts the tortilla in his makeshift contraption that's crisps up. Takes this new invention. Look, I got this new thing I created. Like, it has, like, these two sides and you pinch them together. I call them talons. And you grab hot things with them. You like it? Like, I sell these too now. These are good. These are good things. Talons are good. And he picks it up and he puts it in another holder that he made that's not hot and starts compiling your taco.
Sounds good to me.
What's the name of this taco blacksmith vendor again?
This cookie's using the local blacksmith's tools to help make these tacos. It's a new invention that he has traveled with, and today he is in peaceful waters with them because he knows it's a big celebration going on based off of the birds flying around dropping random scrolls announcing the celebration.
A food and pots truck.
A foods and pots truck called Taco Smiths. And it is sitting outside of the local town's blacksmith shop, ran by Lin Lau, a female blacksmith, sister to Lin Borop, a forest gnome that Solidel knows. As Rorden is ordering his taco, we hear a female voice.
Tacos. Good choice. Going for beef or?
Always.
Of course. Okay. Can I have some chicken and egg? Doesn't matter which came first.
I see what you did there. Very clever.
Thank you.
Quick as a whip.
You seen anyone? I mean, of course you could have eggs in at cheddar. But what kind of egg? Because we got a special today. We got this big giant egg. I think it's from a bird called an ostrich.
I mean, do you want to split that egg, Rorden? I don't know if I'm that hungry. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I'll take half. Why not?
Yeah, but like, you know, for you, it's not gonna be that big. For maybe a human, maybe. But for you, I think it'd be nice size egg. And it's only 2 extra coins. Now you can get a regular egg from a regular chicken, but it's not an ostrich egg.
I mean, we have been walking for a few miles at this point. And I had to run back to our house to get Mom's pies, so I am pretty hungry. Okay, let's try it.
He takes from his cart a giant egg that to humans is known as an ostrich egg.
Okay, what if this is the invention of migas? Because it's too big for the taco. And so they just break the taco shell up and put it in the eggs. Sorry, I'm from Texas. I have to have Tex-Mex food. It's a rule.
Do we have any black beans? Well, you can come to Solidel for all of your herb needs.
All of a sudden, you hear Solidel's voice say this out loud to you, like he appeared out of nowhere instead of being in his shop.
No, I can use my magic to amplify my voice, right? That's the thing I can do.
You're gonna like blast it to the entire community?
Yes, just bullhorn.
Come get your seasoning for your tacos and migas.
Come visit Solidel. Well, not specifically to that, but just for all your flowers and herb needs. Need to spice something up? Come see me.
And with that loud thing, the crows that were on top of Elle's shop fly off.
Oh, by the way, Rorden, Mom told me to remind you to stay away from the troublemaker who we just helped move back to town.
Troublemaker?
Yeah. Remember? Like, he had to leave town because he wasn't wanted around here, and that's why he went to the Hermitage?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Mom sees it anyways.
I guess I'll try to be a little more secret.
We probably should have thought of that before we, helped him move back to town.
I mean, a friend's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
As you're talking, you see this big pot come out, this like pan,
Skillet.
a skillet. This thing right here, this invention right here, it's a pot, but it's not. It's like larger. It's larger than a pot, and it can handle the biggest of eggs, just like this egg, this Shire egg. Yeah, this thing. Yeah. So watch this, guys. Watch. So he puts it on the coals. Thank you, Linval, for letting me use your coals, by the way. I appreciate it very much. And so he puts this like pan out. It sort of looks like a pizza pan in our world, but with like some lips. He cracks it open, and this big, juicy looking egg, and I'm saying juicy because there's a lot of yolk, a lot of egg white, a lot of yolk, and it just sort of like plops down and breaks. When it does, it soon starts to form, and he's just going around scraping it off with this invention. Look, I got another invention. I invented this thing too. You can also buy it. It's 3 gold coins. It's well worth it. Before you say anything, it's well worth it. It scrapes off almost anything off of any of these pots.
So it's a spoon.
No, it's not a spoon.
It's a big spoon.
You can't eat off of it. It's made for scraping.
Does it come with Worcestershire sauce?
What's Worcestershire sauce? This is an Worcestershire egg.
I don't know. It's called an Worcestershire, and I thought...
What's an Worcestershire sauce?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this thing up, because you say that there's this thing called Worcestershire sauce. It must go good on Worcestershire eggs.
I've never had an Worcestershire egg before. I was just trying to think, if there's Worcestershire eggs, there might be Worcestershire sauce.
I get it, but I haven't created one, so that might be a good idea. I'll look into it, see if anyone's created one already, and then take it, and then it'll be my idea, not your idea, and then I'll make all the money off of it. Okay, that's how that's gonna work.
I don't think that's how it should work.
That's how it's going to work. Here, take your egg.
Okay.
Your egg contraption. Thanks. It's a taco. I remember that. It's a taco.
As we're walking away and eating our food, I'm like, I think that gnome just stole my idea.
You shouldn't be giving them away like that, then.
I shouldn't. I should start keeping a journal, and then I can write down all my good ideas.
As you're talking about this, the hooded figure comes out of Elle's shop. Elle, who you know to be as the aunt of Solarel, aka the lover of Soladel. The hooded figure walks by you in the direction of the tacos, because the tacos look good and you can smell them. And this hooded figure's like, what was that? The Worcestershire egg? That smelled good. I smelled that. He goes up to the gnome, and he asks about the egg that he is smelling, the food that he smelled just being cooked, while y'all are walking off to your next booth. Next booth is down the way is Lin Lao's booth, the female gnome blacksmith. She has forks and trinkets. She has hinges for doors, nails, quills, things that she's made by hand, displayed out on a table. Well, hello, Rorden. Don't. I remember. I know your name. Y'all are related.
It's Hester.
Hester, right. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't remember your name either. And I grin.
It's Lin Lao.
That's right, Lin Lao. Thank you.
I saw Solidale walking in with y'all. Is he's all set up in his new place?
I guess so.
Well, I know there's some like ifs about him going around, but I personally welcome it. Lin Borat, my brother, he says a lot of good things. He also told me a rumor, and I'm wondering if you guys can tell me if this is true or not. Is he planning to propose to Salarel?
I mean, if he is, he would do it.
I mean, he does have a locket of the two of them together. I mean, that says a lot.
Well, I mean, just, like, I also can make wedding bands, so if you want to shift that idea into his head, I can give him like a discount since it's Salarel. Salarel's is such a peach lover.
A lover of peaches?
No, I just mean she's just really nice. And her aunt's very nice, and I owe her aunt a favor anyway, so I think half off of a set of rings I can do. I mean, just implant the idea without telling him the rest of the ideas, and that's good, right?
I feel like we're just like banking in ideas today.
I mean, it is the 100th year celebration of this town. It's going to be a lot of ideas.
I've never been to a centennial before. I haven't been around for long enough for one before. I mean, I'm not. Wait, what? Yeah, Hester got lost and is just like looking confused.
Are you interested in any of these items? Look, I created this ring here. It's very fashionable. I can bend it a little and it would be your perfect size. And it has this little hidden compartment on it, and you can like store like a tiny gem in it or poison, whatever. And it's very fashionable. Would you be interested in this? Maybe we can do a trade.
I'm like star-eyed, like, Rorden, do you think we can afford that?
Do you really want it, or do you just want it because it's shiny?
It has a secret compartment. You're right, I don't have anything that small to keep. I could keep rhubarb seeds so I can have them wherever I go. But then I don't have time to grow it.
Yes, this would be perfect to hide some seeds in, and you can plant them wherever you want. In fact, you probably could get some rhubarb seeds, have Elle put some magic, bim bop boop, stuff on it, and make it to where it instantly grows when you plant it. Ooh, I'm having some good ideas today. I think it's just the centennial and all the energy, honestly. You hear a crow go by.
Is it just me, or the crows are kind of... I don't know, the crows are just seeming a lot today. I'm just like looking around at them in the sky.
You recall from your adventure in the last time that you saw crows and which directions they flew off in.
I start kind of like hopping from one foot to the other.
Are you okay, dear?
I'm fine. I'm just thinking. No, it's good. Thank you. Come on, Rodan, let's go.
Wait, you don't want the ring? You don't want I'll trade it for one of your mom's rhubarb pies. How about that?
Her pies are worth more than your ring. And I like hook my elbow in Rodan's and lead him off, and am like whispering to him, like, wait, what if these crows are the crows that we saw for the arch?
That would be quite the coincidence.
But like, what if they're spying on us? What if this is gonna happen again?
Like we get teleported to a new world or something?
Yeah. That's exactly what I mean.
Well, I guess we better figure out what these pros want.
Thank you for listening to Wayward Bound, a very loose Spelljammer campaign brought to you by Fiction on the Fly, part of the Fly Network, whose mission is to bring resources to creatives. Editing for Wayward Bound is done by me, LeelandSteel, a Sounds of Steel production. You'll be hearing my voice here and there. If you like what you hear and want to support the continuation of the podcast, you can become a Patreon member, but just sharing the podcast helps a lot. Check the episode description for ways to get a hold of Nick Spurrier for music commissions, LeelandSteel for editing, Patreon membership, and the Fly's Discord.